I want to give you guys just a little tidbit here. This video is going to be very, very short. Bear with me, stick with me. It's going to make a lot of sense. Now, if you are not following your rules, if you are over trading, if you are not using a proper stop loss, if you are cutting your winners too short because you're snatching at profits too quickly, I want you to think about one thing and one thing only. If someone kidnapped your family and someone threatened harm on your family, if you did not follow the rules, if you did not stick to the plan, what would you do? I really want you guys to think about that in all seriousness. It sounds cliche. I know it's a little, exaggerative, but again, if someone was threatening harm on your family, if you didn't stick to the plan, you didn't follow your rules, what would you do? Would you sit there and continue to overtrade? Would you sit there and continue to make the same mistake after same mistake after same mistake that has been causing you to just spin your wheels in the mud and allowed you to not become consistent and profitable? Because whatever you've been doing is not working. Whatever you've been doing or thinking that you thought was working is not, right? So why would it take someone with a gun to the back of your head, or threatening on your family members, or threatening to take food off of your table so you can't eat tonight, before you actually make a change and do what needs to be done? Trading is about 90% psychology. Reading charts is easy. I can sit here and I can teach anyone how to read these candlesticks. I can provide anyone with a trading plan, but what I cannot do is help you react and execute when you're in the trade. What I cannot do is force you to sell at a loss. What I cannot do is force you to hold on to profits. What I cannot do is, force you to understand that making something is better than nothing, right? So again, the next day you look to trade, put yourself in that scenario. And I put myself in that scenario many, many years ago. When I first went full time at trading, this was it. This was my livelihood. There was no option to fail. If I failed, I would lose my home. I would lose probably my family. I would lose my cars. I would lose every single thing that I've ever loved. It was up to me to force myself to make an adjustment. It was up to me to force myself to execute. And I put myself in that situation many, many times. Many, many times. Some days when I first started off trading and I didn't follow my rules, I wouldn't eat dinner. And as crazy as that sounds, if you went enough days without eating dinner, it starts to really sink. Your stomach starts to hurt. You don't want to go another day without being able to have that luxury that we take for granted, such as eating a meal at night, right? But that's what's going to happen to you if you do not do the things you're supposed to do. So put yourself in that mindset. If it came down to it and someone was standing over you saying, I'm going to harm your family, I'm going to take food off of your plate, if you don't follow the rules, leave your ego at the door. It doesn't matter how much money you're making as long as you're making money. The longer you're in this game, the more money you're going to make. The longer you do things right, the better off you're going to be. I want you guys to really sit there, think about it, digest this. It's very important, guys. Understand your own genetic makeup, understand your own psychology as a trader, and not just as a trader, but as a human being. Things come too easy to us sometimes. We take things for granted. We sign up for a prop firm, think we're going to get a $100,000 account, and all of a sudden, we're going to be living life on the water, in the oceans, on a yacht. We suddenly think that if we learn the right strategy, we're never going to lose and we're going to be a millionaire overnight. We take things for granted. If you work a normal 9 to 5, cherish that money. If you work a normal 9 to 5 and you're investing hard-earned cash into the market, treat it with a level of respect. I say this many times. Put yourself in the head seat of a hedge fund, in the head seat of an investment firm. What is your sole job to do? That's to return an investment for your customers and your clients. And if you don't do that, your client's going to get up, walk away, go to the next firm that will. So why don't you treat your capital with a level of respect the same way you would be expected to treat it with the level of respect if you were working for someone else? I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates with you guys. Again, let's start doing things the right way. Let's start executing, and let's start making some serious cash.